Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube chess channel Knight Capturers. This game is played in the Tata Steel Rapid and Blitz tournament that is currently going on in Kolkata, and it's being played between Vishwanathan Anand and Nepomniachtchi. But before the game, I want to show you a couple of pictures that were taken during the initial stages of this game. So let's look at them first. So this is the first picture that I have prepared for you, and here you can see Vishwanathan Anand and Wesley So trying to explain to each other moves from the game, and in the background you can see the crowd that is taking some wonderful pictures. So pretty amazing picture, and again photo credits are mentioned here right at the bottom. I do not own the photos, nor do I claim to own them. And this is where you will see about 250 to 350 spectators that turned up for the first day of the tournament. And if you believe that Indians only watch cricket, that is not true. We love chess, and I am a chess enthusiast, and I know a lot of you guys are as well. And some of us showed up there, about 250 spectators were present, which is a pretty amazing thing. We just need to keep the numbers going up. So thank you so much for showing up, for all of those who did. And for any of you, if you guys get the chance to go to the tournament, you can definitely visit them, and if you take some pictures and send it to me on my email address, I will showcase them on my channel if I'm reviewing some of the games. And again, I will give you the photo credits as well, as I do not like to hog credits. Even in this picture you can see the photo credits that goes to Grand Chess Tour. So with that being said, let's get into the game. This game is played in between Vishwanathan Anand, who is famously known as Vishy, and Nepomniachtchi. Both are grandmasters. So let's just get into the game. Vishwanathan Anand has the black pieces and En has the white pieces. We have c4 as an opening, and this is the English opening. We have e5 in response. Pretty standard response for c4 these days. g3, now trying to fianchetto the bishop on this wonderful diagonal, and knight to f6. You have bishop to g2, bishop to c5, and knight to c3. c6, immediately trying to create a nice center and trying to keep this bishop's attack to a minimal. You have knight to f3. Now you get e4. You have to play your knight has to go to this h4 square, because you cannot really retreat the knight again. Then you will have a lot of problem developing the knight. So this is usually a wonderful move that you can do if the pawn is not here on d3, or this pawn is not here on d4. So you have knight to h4 and d5, and this is actually a pretty interesting square for this knight, because it doesn't really do anything. If you play correctly as black, this knight will be stuck here for the rest of the game. But for now we have d4, and this pawn structure is pretty amazing. That is this bishop now doesn't really have much that it's staring at, and white has to find a way somehow to break this pawn chain and try to get this bishop to activate itself. That should be the idea. So you have bishop to e7, now retreating with the bishop since the bishop was attacked. You have c takes d5, c takes d5, and now castles by both sides. f3, now e takes f3, and now rook takes f3. Pretty interesting move, because usually bishop takes f3 is also played. You a lot of times have e pawn takes f3, you get knight takes f3, and this would be completely fine. But whereby rook takes f3, this is a novelty, as this position has never been reached before in any of the tournament or blitz games. Pretty interesting move. By this move, white is clearly saying that I am going to attack on the king side, so Anand has to be very careful and defend. He might even sacrifice this knight here, usually on g6 once the pawn moves forward, or it will try to remaneuver itself to one of the key squares and try to have a wonderful knight here. But we have knight to c6, developing the knight, And now knight to f5. Like I said, the knight will remaneuver itself and it wants to attack on this king side. Again, sacrifices are absolutely possible, and you always have to watch out for this bishop coming into this wonderful h6 square, because there will be a lot of attacks going on. You even have a queen that can come into the game. You have a rook that does you already have a nice rook lift. So once you move the pawn forward, you can also have rook coming into the h file, and pretty amazing position. Now you have knight to e4 and simply rook to f1, retreating with the rook, keeping the control of this file and not allowing any of the pieces to attack this rook. You have bishop to f6, and now e3. You have knight takes c3, b takes c3, and this is a critical position where Anand played bishop to e6, simply defending this pawn, which doesn't really need defending, because currently you have the bishop that is attacking the pawn, you have a queen, but Anand wants to relieve the queen of its duties of defending the pawn, so he played bishop to e6. But this is a slight mistake, as this can give a lot of advantage to white. So if you are in this position, pause the video and try to find the correct winning combination, or just a correct combination to continue the game for white. But before that, I want to go back to a position and show you what Anand should have played instead. He should have simply played bishop takes f5, relieving this knight from this wonderful f5 square. And yes, you simply will get rook takes f5, and now knight to e7. You attack the rook, rook to f1, and now simply rook to c8. Again, you are attacking this pawn, so you get rook to b1, rook attacks your pawn. And you can play rook takes c3, rook takes b7, queen to a8, now defending the pawn and attacking the rook, and simply rook to b3, rook takes b3, queen takes b3, and this is a completely fine position for black to defend, and there is nothing much that white can offer. Yes, you are attacking this pawn twice with this bishop and this queen, but it's defended twice, so it's a completely fine position. You can even bring your rook into the game, and there are no more sacrifices on any of these squares, so black can have a wonderful game. But bishop to e6 gives a lot of initiative, and here is why. Rook to b1. Now you are attacking this pawn. So the only way that you can really get out of this mess is by playing queen to d7. Again, you could have captured this knight. You would have had the same position. You can play the same position that I already showed you, the same variation out, and then it would be completely fine if you just defend this pawn with by moving your rook to b1, or even pushing this pawn further. It would have been completely fine. But in this position, e4 was played, and now you have rook f to e8. Again, not really capturing, but trying to create some positives into this position, trying to capture this open file, and thinking, okay, if you capture my pawn, I'm simply going to capture it with the bishop, then we'll have some bishop exchanges and it would be a fine game. But this is what Anand missed, and from here on it's a wonderful game, so watch closely. You have knight to h6 with a check, and this is a boom moment where you are like, okay, I'm going in for the kill, and I'm going to win the game from here on. And so what happens if you capture? I'm just going to show it to you. If you capture this, you simply get rook takes your bishop, and now your pawn is again attacked. Whatever you play, your pawn is falling. There is not much of a defense. Again, you can do whatever you want, and even you have double attack against this pawn, so it's completely over for black. Or it will be slow death for black. That's what I can say. And if this was not played in the game, I just showed you this variation. After knight to h6 with a check, Anand saw all of this and he simply moved king to h8. But then En did not back down from the challenge. He again played a wonderful move, that is rook takes f6, Boom! Again, a second boom moment asking, okay, where do you want to capture? What do you want to do? Because, and G takes h6 was played, that is the best possible move. Now you have queen to f3, and again, you have a wonderful attack and there is nothing much you can do to protect from this attack. King to g7 was played, attacking your knight and also attacking, keeping some defense to this pawn. But the knight is not really attacked because it's nicely defended by this bishop. So you have e takes d5, bishop takes d5, and now knight to f5 with the check first. Not even though this is being attacked, but to get the knight out of the way, you gave a check, and this was the final position on the board as Vishy realized that he cannot survive this attack. He is already down, he will be down a piece soon, and there is nothing he can do. So he just resigned, and Ian won a wonderful attacking game just by showing you how important this knight is on the king side, and you always have to watch out for any sacrifices on this h6 square. I mean, I have fallen prey to it so many times. I have played it so many times and won some games, but nothing as amazing as this one. So I'm just going to play out a few moves so that you can see why Anand really resigned. You would get king to h8 because you have a check, you have to move the king. You cannot really capture since your queen will be captured again. So moving the king back, and now you simply get queen takes d5, queen takes d5, and now bishop takes d5. So this is where you have two bishops and a knight against a knight and two rooks, and you also have a rook, which I forgot about. And this is completely enough compensation to win this game. So you would get knight to e7, now you have knight takes e7, rook takes e7, and bishop to a3, attacking this rook. And these two bishops are a wonderful attacking pieces. You would get rook to d7, bishop takes b7, and rook to b8. Now you have rook to b4, you get rook takes b1, bishop takes b1, and king to g8. You have king to f2, bringing the king closer into the game. You are slowly going to gobble up all of these pawns. You are going to promote these pass pawns to a queen and win this game. It's pretty simple, and that's exactly what Vishy saw. So back in this position on move 22, he resigned the game, and Nepomniachtchi won an amazing game. So there are a lot of games that are being played in the Tata Steel Chess Tournament, and I have not really prepared any standings as of now, but I will show you the standings in my next video, that's a promise. So I would like to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate the support. You guys are the reason why I keep making these videos. And if you have any questions, comments or concerns, please let me know in the comment section below. Or you can email me, my email address is in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Namaste. See you next time.